Next, let's talk about games. Now, games played today are different from our grandparents or parents played. Now, games played, games played today. Games played today are different. Different from what our grandparents and parents played. Grandparents and parents played. Okay? Then, nowadays, with the growing technology, children are more confined to indoor games. Today, with the growing technology, with the growing today with the growing technology, children are more confined to indoor games. More confined to indoor games. Whereas our parents and grandparents were more into outdoor games. Whereas our parents and grandparents were more into outdoor games. Now we have is traditional games. Let's look at traditional. Now what about the traditional games? Traditional games act as learning aids. Traditional games act as learning aids. Learning aids. They teach us many things. They teach us many things. While playing, they teach us many things. While playing, teaches us, while playing, teaches us things like, learning to win, learning to win, learning to win and lose. Develop, sensory skills, count, add, coordination, and finally, to have fun, Some of the traditional games are, some of the traditional games are kabaddi, marbles, gilli, danda, or indoor games, like Dayakatam, etc. Next, many modern games played around the world have their origin in traditional games. Many modern games played games played around the world, around the world, have their origin, have their origin have their origin in these traditional games. In these traditional games. Now, what are we looking at? Games. Totally games, traditional games. What did we learn about games? Games played today are different from what those played by our parents and grandparents. Nowadays, with the growing technology, children are more confined to indoor games, whereas our parents and grandparents were more into outdoor games. The next point that we are looking at is traditional games. The traditional games act as learning aids. They teach us many things like while playing. They teach us like learning to win and lose, develop sensory skills, count, add, coordination, and finally to have fun. Next, some of these traditional games are like kabaddi, marble, gilli danda, or indoor games like dayakatam. Finally, many of these modern games played around the world have their origin in these traditional games.